Hello everybody, my name is Boodlyneck and I'm going to be going over the most popular tool and weapon mod ever created for Minecraft. Tinker's Construct just released an alpha version for Minecraft 1.16. Prior to this, the most recent version of Minecraft that you could play this mod in was 1.12.2. So this is pretty exciting news. It's been a while since we've been able to use Tinker's Construct with modern versions of Minecraft. And with 82 million downloads at the time of recording this, not only is this the most popular tool and weapon mod ever created, this and its dependent mod, Mantle, are the third and fourth most downloaded Minecraft mods of all time on CurseForge. Originally, I just planned to go over some of the new features that I spotted in this alpha version, but since then I've talked to people in my Discord and I've realized a lot of people don't know what Tinker's Construct is. So instead of only covering the new features, I'm going to use this as an opportunity to introduce new players to Tinker's Construct because it is a very cool mod and most likely you're going to start seeing a lot of it. This is a very early release and they haven't even written the guide yet, so I will be showing snippets of the guide from the 1.12 version to show what things are and how they work. Alright, let's start getting into it. With this mod, you can create custom tools from various materials. These tools don't disappear when they break. When they run out of durability, they just stop working, and they can be repaired anytime using the same materials that they're made from. You can also swap out the parts of your tools using the workstations added by the mod, allowing you to constantly upgrade your tools instead of always replacing them. This means you can use the same set of tools from day one until the very end of your world. Each tool is made by combining select parts in a Tinker's Station or a Tinker's Anvil. Each part can be made from any material, and each material has different stats and traits. Material traits can have a lot of different effects on a tool, some good and some bad. These can be thought of almost like a new type of enchantment. You can also add modifiers to your tools by combining them with various items and materials. These are like another type of enchantment that can be added to any tool, no matter what they're made of. Some are as simple as adding redstone to give a tool haste, and some are much more complicated, involving crafted components, but can be much more powerful. This mod has by far my favorite workstations that I've ever seen introduced with a mod. They all connect with each other and even with chests, adding tabs across the top to easily switch between them. They also have built-in inventories so you can leave stuff in them, making crafting much easier. Just a quick note for those of you who have played this mod before, the workstations have actually changed in this version. We don't have to craft patterns for each part anymore. The part builder station contains all the patterns and just consumes a blank pattern whenever you create a new part. This eliminates the need for the stencil table, so it doesn't exist anymore in the 1.16 version. They've also added a modifier chest, they've separated the part chest and the cast chest into two separate items, and they've also replaced the tool forge with Tinker's Anvils. Some materials can be turned into parts very easily in the part builder, while more powerful and substantial materials will require a smeltery. Seared bricks are used in pretty much every block of a smeltery and are made by smelting grout in a furnace. Grout is made from equal parts of sand, clay, and gravel, and you're going to need a lot of it. So make sure you're grabbing these anytime you see them when you're starting off in your world. In previous versions of Tinker's, you'd need to start by building a fairly large multi-block smeltery to smelt any metals at all, but they've introduced a beginner-friendly version of a smeltery with this version that only requires 2 blocks. This 2-block smeltery increases the amount of materials you get from each ore by 33%. It accepts solid and liquid fuel, and it can only hold 9 ingots. Now that we have a way to melt some metal, we're going to need a casting table and a cast for any part that we want to make. Cast can be made from gold, sand, and red sand. Gold cast will last forever, while sand cast are only good for a single use. You need to attach a faucet to the side of your melter to either pour the material into your cast or to pour the gold around your item to create a cast. And once cooled, you can add the new part to your tool in the Tinker's Station or Tinker's Anvil. It's important to note that this mod adds some new tools and weapons that are more powerful than vanilla Minecraft offers. And some of the best tools, like the excavator that can AoE dig, and the sledgehammer that can AoE mine, will require the Tinker's Anvil, which is significantly more expensive than the Tinker's Station. Alright, now that we're getting into the good stuff, the next thing we're going to want to do is make an actual smeltery. This is a multi-block structure, and you're going to need a minimum of 1 tank so you can hold some lava, a smeltery controller, and a drain and a faucet so you can pour the materials. For the rest of your smeltery, you can use any of the other seared blocks that are designated as OK for smelteries. Every empty block of space in your smeltery allows you to hold 8 ingots of material and allows you to smelt an additional item at a time. You can build a smeltery as big or as little as you want, but I would suggest starting off with at least a 3x3x2, and then you can add on to it whenever you want. This smeltery is much more powerful than the beginner smeltery. This one gives you ore doubling, and it's able to smelt some materials that the smaller version wasn't able to. You can check the temperature of liquids, the heat required to smelt an item, and the amount of item that you're going to get per ore using JEI. While Tinker's does support a large amount of ores and materials, currently it only adds 2 new ores to your world generation, cobalt and copper. And you can also create alloys by mixing 2 materials inside of a smeltery. For those of you who have played the older versions, you've probably already noticed that there are a lot of tools, weapons, and materials missing from the 1.16 version. Like I've been saying, this is a very early release, and I'm sure they still have a lot of stuff that they're going to add. Moving on from tools, let's go over some of the other things that this mod adds to the game, and the first thing that I think of with Tinker's Construct are the slime islands. Occasionally, you'll find these floating above you. They spawn a new mob, the sky slime, and they contain some new varieties of slime, slime trees, and slime plants. And I've noticed that they've started adding slime islands to the end, which I believe is new to this version. At least I don't remember them in any previous versions. And while we're on the subject of slime, we have to mention the slime boots and the slime sling, which are both iconic to this mod. We've seen plenty of people recreate them just because it's such a fun way to travel. This mod has always added clear glass, which is a nice looking glass without the little lines in it, and now they've added clear glass panes, which are new to the 1.16 version. They've also added soul glass and soul glass panes in 1.16, and just in case you were wondering like I was, these don't currently give you the soul speed effect. Shuriken are a very cool ranged weapon added by this mod. You used to have to craft these in a tool forge, now they're crafted in a regular crafting table, but they can only be crafted out of flint and quartz. This mod also adds glow balls, which are a throwable light source, EFLN, which is a throwable explosive safe for mining, and piggy backpacks that can be used to pick up and transport mobs. This mod is among the top mods of all time for a reason, and I was very excited to see it brought to 1.16. I was really hoping it wouldn't have been one of those mods that got left behind. I thought you guys might like to see it as well, so I just wanted to share that with you and give a quick overview of what it is for those of you who have never used it. And I can't stress enough, this is a very early release, so you can expect a lot to be changed, added, and maybe even removed in the near future. But this is definitely worth keeping an eye on, and maybe even worth a download already so you can start checking it out now. But I think that's it. I think we've covered everything that can be covered at this point anyway. I want to thank all of you for watching and for sticking around to the very end. I need to give an extra big thank you to my Patreon supporters. Their names are up on the screen right now. Thank you guys so much. I hope you all enjoyed this episode. I had a fantastic time making it. If you did like it, you know what to do. Hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Keep playing, keep having fun. We'll see you guys next time.